Oh, look who's talking.
I'ma talk shit in the world gone stupid. Now I'm back on my
Oh
bullshit.
man, thank God. I'm glad we're back.
So we were just talking about how our Instagram producer is going to help us do a bunch of Instagram stuff, but she's going to do it all on the phone, which is amazing. And you're telling she got to fix it on the computer.
Yeah, well, yes, all that. Well,
We're getting right into it.
we're getting right into it. But the bottom line was that we're learning all this stuff with you guys learning about us. So, so we're developing the game plan of what we're supposed to do in this industry and how we're supposed to approach it. And so we're putting shorts together, we're putting reels together, and, and I'm trying.
I'm already laughing because you're already taking forever, which is like you were going to say. So Bo's telling me, like, I have a thing and I'm trying to make these shorts, but I can't make any shorts because I talk too much and I don't get to the point. And he goes, and I started to ask him questions, and then 5 minutes later, he's like, see how long it took me to get to this point? And it's, again, here he is doing it right now. Practice, straight to the point.
Straight to the point. But the bottom line is I uploaded a 5-minute video. Well, 5-minute videos are not enough for it to break the whole conversation down and put it in the talking points.
Yes,
it has to be over so much content for it to do that.
Smart. So for the viewers, we were just talking about how we are trying to upload stuff onto our software to make shorts and reels for you guys to be interested in and do stuff like that. So you're saying, yeah, even a 5-minute like storytelling instance that you're trying to tell a story, like there's not enough for it to really break enough stuff up? Is that what you're saying? Like the software?
Like, well, in addition to, because we talk about topics and we think about, you know, how we're bringing the conversation or we're articulating in the moment of something, and we don't snap to things because we haven't been doing this our whole lives and we're not media people. Yeah. But so when you go to make a short, shorts are supposed to be short, 10, 15, 25 second at most, small, you know, things that keep people interested. Well, because we beat around the bush so much and we circle and come back into the story, there's no like continuity in when you're watching to break something down to create that short.
Oh yeah, you can't create a short from a long story.
Yeah, so now, you know, it makes you think when you give your responses as you develop in this industry that you need to give short, precise, you know, to the point.
Yeah, content.
Yes.
Create content.
Yes, if you want to do reels.
Yeah, well.
Now, if you're not worried about the reels, you can talk about whatever you want forever. You know,
yeah,
so it's a happy medium because we don't want to just become people who know all the little tricks of the trade to, you know, run a conversation along. We also want to have in-depth conversations with people that are real and articulate their feelings and whatever their topic is.
Yeah, which I think we've already proven that a little. I know that the guest episodes just got released this week and next week, and we're way behind on releasing. But yeah, I think that it's definitely interesting, and you can get in-depth conversations when we have guests. I love having guests. We got to have guests all the time. So again, if you're hearing this, you want to be a guest, reach out. we want to have you on. You don't have to have a specialty. We'll just sit in. We'll bullshit. We'll just hang out and you can talk.
Yeah.
It's fun.
We'll learn some things, even if it's just small things and fun things.
Small things. Even if it's just small things.
But so yeah, that's a crazy thing about having to put all that content together and the things that you have to do with it. So that's our long story short of our little conversation before we got on here.
It's not as easy as it looks unless you're like a 16-year-old girl or something. I swear to God, I'm doing part
and
of it.
that's who we're looking to get to do our media.
Yeah, exactly. 1099, some high school student to handle our social media.
Oh,
that would be
love
helpful. That would be helpful
right?
for sure.
Straight up. And then, it's just so crazy. Oh, bro. Driving story of the day.
Yay!
Driving story of the week.
Yes, sir.
It wasn't me this time.
Oh, that's what they all say.
Yeah.
Everybody's innocent in jail.
No. I was the wrong, but I wasn't the one that got crazy.
I was in the wrong, but I wasn't the one that flipped out.
I got off the freeway and I'm turning, and you know I got a pretty good little pace while I'm making the turn.
You're speeding,
and I'm in the nearest lane because I try to always stay to my lane when I'm making a left or a right, and it's a 2-lane turn. Well, as I did, I was getting ready to go into the middle lane because that's the light's immediately right there after you turn onto the street off the exit, and I was had like one car in it, and the others had 3 or 4 cars, so I was just going to go slide myself right in.
Right,
and as I was starting to get over, a guy was fast coming around the corner, and he was in that lane. So, you know, he honked. I apologized, and he came over and started cussing at me.
Oh,
And I did not take offense to it at all.
I
bro.
love you.
I giggled. I said, I was thinking to myself, he couldn't hear me at this point, but I apologized,
Yeah.
for making the move. And
Yeah.
then I got up next to him. He just was looking like this.
Love it. You know, the best times are when you kill them with kindness.
Yeah, it wasn't me. I mean,
Yeah.
it was me making the
Yeah, it was me.
mistake,
You
but
made
it
the
wasn't me
mistake.
getting upset about it.
Yeah, that's funny. Sometimes I like, if my window's down and they start like running the mouth over some bullshit, like I didn't even do anything, and they're gonna start getting bitter. I'll just roll the window up, and I'm just like, I can't hear. I can't hear you. I can't hear you until the light's green. Keep it,
Dude.
semi fucking.
I've only had
passive aggressive.
one stellar moment. I was getting on the freeway on Century City on the 405 going north. I mean, not Century City, Century Boulevard.
Okay.
Right there at the airport.
By the airport, yeah.
Yeah. So as I'm getting on, there's 2 lanes that come on to the freeway, and there's a light that lets you on the freeway. So the 2 of us are there, and I'm inching, and the lady's not paying attention. So I pull a little bit because I'm like looking at her. So I'm just going to go and pull.
Yeah.
And she gets mad at me and she starts yelling at me. I roll down the window and I said, I am so sorry. I apologize.
Yeah.
And I want you to know that I did not mean to do that to you. she goes, she
I
looks
love when you
straight,
do that
and
voice,
she
by the way.
goes, I am so sorry, honey. I shouldn't have yelled at you like that. I can't
Yes.
believe I did that.
Yes.
It's okay, baby. You go ahead. There's no problem.
Share the love.
Yes,
That's the
it was
best.
straight love moment,
That is
bro.
the greatest. That's the greatest. Oh man.
Straight up. I'll take those all day long.
Yeah,
bro.
we got to start doing those.
Yes.
So hopefully the
yes.
next story of the next week might have something like that involved.
Give us a week.
Yeah, give me 1 week.
It doesn't take longer than
Yeah,
that. We
'cause
got this covered.
Yeah, Vinny had said, every day there's something on the way home in the car and on the phone. Crazy.
Straight up.
I want to say something real quick. I don't talk about my cigars on our
Yeah,
on our
can
show,
you please
but you know what?
hip us to something about this?
Today, this cigar is amazing. So I'm a big Arturo Fuente guy. This is for everybody else. You're over there texting.
Right.
I'm a big Arturo Fuente guy. I smoke the Opus X line. It's one of their blends, and I collect cigars. But I'm smoking a Arturo Fuente Don Arturo, and I don't know how old this thing is. When I pulled it out of the cellophane, sometimes not sometimes, every time the cellophane, it double wraps around the back of the cigar, right? You got to either peel it off a label, right? Or it's a double back on the thing.
Yep.
Anyway, I went to go do that, but there was almost nothing to pull back. Like the cellophane was cut there short, and it was just the size of the cigar. And it was actually almost like it was heat pressed closed. So what I'm saying is for anyone out there listening and those old cigars, as cigars throughout the years change, it's not necessarily that the same label will be the same cigar the whole time, the same blends of tobacco on the inside,
Right.
But
Throughout history.
in general,
long as
from the birthday of this blend
Yes.
of cigar with this label, it's going to be the same blend until they make a big change, and maybe they change the label a little bit because they change the inside, but it's traditionally the same recipe. Okay. So as the years are older, when you first release a cigar, sometimes the blend isn't always perfect, and you might fine tune it, but for the most part, it's the same. But aged cigars, well kept, they taste different.
They taste like mold.
No, you, fucking non-cigar, fucking. Fuck you. Anyway, no, eat shit, fuckface. I'm defending every other cigar smoker.
Dude,
the 3 other cigar smokers.
Okay, before you
listening
go
to
on,
this.
I just gotta say this real quick. I'll never forget we were with I'm not gonna say their names and put them on blast.
Oh, no.
But they literally had mold on the side of the cigar, and they were telling me that was supposed to be that way, and I was like, "There's no
Well,
way, bro,
okay.
that smoking that mold is any kind of healthy. If there's any more poison you can put in, it's with mold.
You're smoking the wrong mold, my man. So, I'll address that.
Okay.
So mold on a cigar is bad. Absolutely. You don't want to be smoking spores. You're not inhaling it directly into your lungs, but you're getting smoke into your lungs. Let's not pretend. But there's different kinds of mold. There's mildew, wet mold, and there's what they call plume, which is age. mold. It's not based on like,
like
it
cheese?
being, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So you'll get white dots all, on the cigar. And sometimes if you look at it in the light, it'll look like it's been frosted, but you can't see it just by looking straight at it. Or you might see some small dots, but you look at the back of it and it's just like, it looks like frost a little bit, not like little hairs, but it's got some dust.
Yeah.
And that is good for the cigar. That is a very well-aged,
Okay.
well-kept cigar. And it
Yeah.
will taste a certain way, and it's going to be fucking good.
I don't
It's
believe
not
it.
a big deal. So anyway, I think that what I'm getting at is the whole cellophane thing was really weird. Like, I know this cigar well. It's one of my favorite cigars. Came out in 2000. I think 11 was its first release, and before that it was called the AF13, which I think came out in...
And so have they released it? It's a constant...
Yeah, this
batch
comes
now,
out
it's
throughout not throughout the year, but every year they release the same cigar.
Okay.
Since then, and I've got numerous versions of it.
So there's a limited amount that they manufacture.
Yeah,
every year.
definitely a limited amount, different sizes, and I've got some that have never been opened. They're sitting right over there, those light tan boxes, and I've got some other ones. Those are old. I had original release boxes. They're different look and they're different shape and all this shit, but I'd never seen one with the cellophane the way that was, and I'm thinking, God, how old is this fucking cigar? Like, I don't even know where I got this cigar. Is this one from my old collection that
It's from
I
2011.
split up? Maybe, dude. Maybe from a certain set, the humidor set, but it's fucking outrageous.
That's a $4,000 cigar. You don't even know it.
Well, I know it, motherfucker. Look around. I know what this shit costs. But yeah, this is fantastic. I want to talk more about the cigars, but I don't think...
No,
I don't think
as
any
you
cigar
should.
guys.
As a matter of fact, I thought, we haven't released the earlier episodes, but we had a thing where you were going to talk about cigars.
Yeah. Yeah, but we don't
And
have
the
any cigar
labels?
followers yet. Like, the guys that I
We
know...
might after this.
Well, I'd like to think so.
Right?
But yeah, I'm always smoking something good. So if you're a cigar smoker out there and you notice what I'm smoking every time,
Holla back.
holla back. Put it in the comment section.
That's right.
See if you can name my cigar.
Have you seen, just because we talked about the mold, have you seen that guy? He's a chef. I can't remember his name. You'll have to look him up on your own. I'm just telling the story.
Get to it.
The dude takes fish like tuna and he ferments it and it grows mold and he puts it in this, I don't know, aging room or whatever, and the mold grows and grows and grows until the whole thing is encapsulated in mold. And I don't know the time period, if it's like 3 months, 6 months, or what it is. Then he takes it and he cuts all the mold off, and this thing is perfectly pink tuna,
Like
inside,
refrigerated version?
like ridiculous,
Like tuna belly looking?
Yes,
Come
bro.
on.
And supposedly it's the bomb.
Well, yeah, it probably is, dude.
But it's crazy to see fish go moldy like that, and this whole thing turn into a white, fluffy ball of mold.
Cloud.
Yes, and then him cut it all and just give you pristine pieces off the
Bet,
thing.
I'd love to taste that.
Yeah,
That'd be good.
I'm about it.
I'm about to do.
I'm about
Hell
it.
yeah. Hell yeah. Just got back from Missouri. I went and visited my
How was that?
nephew, my namesake. My namesake. Would he be named my namesake if he's not my kid?
I don't know. Is his
He's
name
named
Josh?
after me. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
And we
I
don't just
really
have the
know
same name. He
rules.
named him after me,
Oh, then yeah, it's got to be.
which I appreciate. I think I said once before on the podcast. So
And you're
shout
not
out.
even passed away yet.
No, not yet. Not yet. I feel like I might soon. But yeah, shout out to my brother. Appreciate you. Named him after me.
Yes.
But yeah, I hadn't seen him. He was born in October, so I wanted to get up there. I had to get up there, get him while he's a kid, because I don't get to see him much. Right? I don't go to Missouri that often. My wife was gonna go, but she hurt her back, so she stayed home.
Really?
Yeah, it was gonna be 30s there, and she's cold when it's 72.
Right.
So I'm like, you got back spasms, and you're going on an airplane all day to a place where you're gonna shiver the entire time you're there.
She would have laid out in that snow for like 10 minutes. It might have fixed it.
Maybe, but she would have died for sure. And then on the way home, so I was just like, don't come, don't go. So she stayed. And
Yeah, we thought she went with you for sure.
no, she really needed to lay down and chill out. I mean, she's still in pain. It's been like 2 weeks.
And she gone to a chiropractor or anything?
Oh,
Masseuse?
I forgot. I was gonna hit up our boy, your boy.
Could have already been cured.
I know, and I screwed that up. And I need to have my mom go see him too.
Yes.
What's the name of the practice?
Zaker Chiropractic.
Zaker Chiropractic, people in the South
We don't
Bay.
even get paid for that.
No, we love them though.
We do love them.
We do love
They
them.
do an excellent job. Sports medicine in the South Bay. They do a lot of professional athletes, a lot of regular folks, but they do an excellent job.
And when the people do professional athletes, to me, that just means that they're doing something good. If somebody like that has the pick of the litter and they're choosing this guy,
I agree.
It's not like, oh, he's cool because he does athletes. No, he's good at what he does. So
Yeah.
that's why athletes come to him.
I agree.
So
I agree.
yeah, I need to send her over there maybe. But anyway, did that. It was cold. The flights were good.
Did you guys do anything when you were there?
No, it was such a short trip. I flew in Friday morning. I only took one day off work. Got there at 5 p.m. We went and had dinner. And then my brother came back to my parents' house. And I got to hold the baby and engage with them for a little while. And then the next day, me and my dad went and bought a little mini trailer for him to hook up to a side-by-side when he's doing shit around his property. Missouri goals. Yeah, I mean, it was
Yes.
like... Did like a 4x8 trailer for like $300 or something like.
Isn't that great,
It was
bro?
great. Yeah, it was great. And then
Out here it would have been 1,500.
it would have been. Yeah, exactly. And but here's the thing too. Like every time I go there, I try to remember to get on Facebook Marketplace and shop a little bit.
Straight up.
Like cars, trucks, motorcycles, whatever. Like
Yeah.
because my dad sometimes drives to California to visit. So if there's something I want to put in his truck, he brings it.
yeah.
And so I'm always looking. But you know what? Right now, man, nothing there like that is any cheaper than it is here.
I believe it.
Literally nothing.
American pickers has fucked us all.
Yes, dude. Everything's worth something. All the 70s Ford trucks that I'm trying to get parts off, yeah, they still want $5,000-$6,000 for a rusted bucket, 30 grand for a regular running truck. I'm like, this is crazy. The motorcycles are $5,000. The quads are the same price. The side by sides are $20,000 and $30,000.
Don't worry, another 6 months they'll be giving it away.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, I'd be giving mine away. Hopefully not. Right in 6 months. If we're all fucked.
Oh, let's talk about Josh's car again.
We did not talk about it last week.
No, we didn't, bro. I don't know how I missed
why
having
did
that
we not talk
conversation.
about it?
And it was what we did before we walked in this place.
Yeah, literally right before we walked in here. We're waiting.
Oh my God, that is no. They have
finished
to
my
know,
Missouri
dude.
trip,
They have
all
to.
right?
Oh,
It's
Missouri
quick.
trip.
It's
Okay,
quick.
yeah.
There's nothing
Go ahead,
happened.
finish Missouri.
I enjoyed myself. When we got the trailer, family came over at like 2 and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it was my brother-in-law's birthday. So he came. His parents were there in town. From
What's his name?
Brian.
Happy birthday, Brian.
Yeah, Brian. It was on Monday. Happy birthday,
Yeah.
Brian. Love this guy. Favorite guy to be around for sure. Love him.
Love it.
And so we celebrated his birthday. Had what did we have? Pulled pork sandwiches, creamiest mac and cheese I've ever had in my life. Baked beans with bacon, salad, rolls. What else? Yeah, a heart attack special was amazing.
Nice.
And my mom is an amazing cook, by the way. Both my moms, I have a stepmother. Both my moms are phenomenal cooks, which I think I've said before. So I did that, and then my brother ended up kind of leaving a little earlier because of the baby,
Right.
which I wasn't used to. I didn't even think about it. I was like, oh shit, he's got a baby. He's gonna go home early.
Yeah.
So got to spend some
He's
time
got
with
some
the family.
sleep to get.
Yeah. Well, Joshy likes to cry between 8 and 12 like the whole time.
Oh,
And like
shit.
he was over and it was 7:45 and he started acting the fool. He's like, yeah, it's time. He's like, we're not really sure what the deal is, but you know, this is what he does. That's what you get. He's 3 months old. You don't get
Yeah.
to choose whatever happens.
Nope.
2 months old. Anyway, got to visit with a lot of my family. My aunt was there with her son and his girlfriend and their kid, and my grandparents were there. And yeah, and then everybody kind of went home. Got to spend a little more time with my dad, and then in the morning woke up, had a little breakfast with them. They took me to the airport, and
Did you guys test the trailer?
yeah, well, we had to drive it back with home.
On the
Yeah, he connected it to his truck. Are you going to go on the freeway with this? He goes, yeah. I was like, okay. I was like, we in Missouri.
and then did he put it on the side by side when he got home?
No, we just pulled up. He left it on the truck, and then we went and did it. We had people coming over. So
Oh,
we just-
okay.
Yeah, but yeah, little ass trailer.
That's right.
But it's always great to see my family. It was super fast. I was there for one full day, basically.
Sweet but
Yeah,
bitter.
But I needed to make sure that I went and saw my nephew. You know.
Yeah, for
He's-
sure.
You know, because otherwise we're not going to be out there till April.
He's gonna be playing basketball by then.
Probably. Or hunting. Probably be hunting by then.
Yeah, he'll be hunting and fishing.
Probably shooting things in the next 3 months. Okay, so you want to talk about my fucking car?
Yes, I
You
want to
wanna
talk
my
about your car again, bro.
I thought we.
This is the best, everybody. This could be a weekly segment. As long as we let him go to the desert every week, we can have a weekly segment.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Oh my god!
I thought we talked about that. I broke the. It wasn't shifting.
No,
when
we
I took
talked
it
about
out.
that before we got on the air.
Yeah, so that's it. Oh
no, before we got on the air.
This is a waste of fucking airtime. But didn't we talk about like I went to Glamis in early November? Yes, we talked about it.
You didn't know that your transmission was.
Yes,
fucked
I did.
up.
I couldn't get it fucking home. I told that whole story. That it broke in the dunes, and I had to jam it into first gear and get it home. And then I used the fucking winch to get it on the trailer, and I had to wheel it off and wheel it back in there.
That's right.
But what I didn't
the stories
say,
are there's so many.
Right? Yeah, there's so many stories. Yeah,
desert car stories that screw up every trip.
The Desert Car Chronicle, the Chronicle. Shout out to Vinny. Chronicle.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So what I had to do was he was coming to pick the car up when you were here.
He was coming to hit the repairs.
So I don't know if I talked about this part, but I went to go start it because it has power steering, and it's very difficult to steer an off-road vehicle that doesn't want to steer in general with 37-inch tires on it with no power steering.
I'm with you.
So I go to start it and it won't start. I'm like, oh fuck! I never plugged the battery tender in. It's been a month. Brand new batteries. So now that I say that, you know where I'm going.
Yeah.
So I plug it in, and the next day I come back, and the battery tender, if you have one, if you're familiar, it'll blink. It'll be yellow if it's really low, and then as soon as it gets enough charge, it blinks green, and then stays solid green when it's full. I came back the next day, it was still orange, like I just plugged it in. So I was like, okay, something's wrong. So then I'm like fucking with it, trying to jump it, trying to do this. So I'm not even going to get into all that. Batteries were toast. Wouldn't take a charge. Couldn't even.
And you just bought the batteries 6 months ago?
Less than 6 months ago. And they've been on a battery tender their whole life. So they're, there's a draw on the car somewhere, right? I have a battery kill switch that I also neglected to turn off.
Do those things have to have alternators and all that, right?
Yeah, it has an alternator, a new alternator, but the alternator is only when it's running. And it's charging the battery.
Okay,
I have a
starters.
meter.
They have starters. They have electric starters on those, or?
No, mine's not an electric starter, but it wanted to start. It just didn't have power. None of the gauges fired up.
Oh, okay.
And then blah, blah, blah. So it's just one thing after another. You know what I mean? I'm like, so when you load up, I'm like, yeah, I got this going on that you came pick it up for. And I go, and the batteries are dead. So let me know if I need to order new batteries. And I'm sorry, but this is what I'm stuck with.
So we're going to find out, ladies and gentlemen, when he gets this thing back and he goes again, if it breaks down again, we got to put up an odds sheet for does he sell it or does he keep it?
I think we should go start a GoFundMe instead.
That's even better.
That would be better because this one's going to cost. And yeah, I don't.
So bottom line, it was a transmission.
It's probably the clutch because then I had thought about it more. We originally thought that it was like the we call it the shift fork, and that's probably the wrong term. But whatever engages to the clutch, it puts it in gear, and that would be a transmission side. And then I was talking with my buddy that Wednesday night when I was over there with Ryan. I was like, he goes, but dude, you were driving it and shifting it without the clutch. I go, that's right. I was revving it and dropping it into second and third and first gear because it was a long ass ride. It was flat, but I was using gears.
Yeah.
So I was like, you're right. It's not the fucking trans. It's probably the clutch. So it could have been the master cylinder on the clutch, which he checked. And he ended up saying it was fine. I don't know. I haven't heard from him in about a week, but the bill's going to be the bill.
It will be.
So, but either way, the whole motor's got to come out because that's how it is in these cars. So I got to pay for them to pull my motor. And when it all goes back together, I hope it's back together. Nothing against anything against who's doing the work. It's just, I hope it goes back the way it was running when I gave it away. I don't know. I'm at a loss. I'm tired of the problems.
Yeah.
I haven't had a clean trip in 2 years. That's like 20 trips or so. Well, maybe a little bit less. Maybe it's 15 trips. Doesn't matter. It's a shitload. It's tiring.
You look exhausted.
I think I'm way more tired than I look. I promise you that. I keep bitching about my stress. Jesus Christ.
Hey.
Fucking therapy session.
Well, that's what we're here for.
It's not stress. They're challenges.
They're challenges,
God, I forgot.
buddy.
I forgot I'm
Yes,
challenged
come
out.
on.
I'm all challenged out, dude.
You need a couple challenge
Yeah,
coins.
you don't need any more challenges. I'm challenged out. Oh, that's what we want to say, right? Not stress.
Yes.
I have challenges to face, not stress.
That's right.
I'm challenged the fuck out.
He's challenged.
Yeah. I was on an airplane, so guess what I listened to the whole time?
Oh, yes.
sir.
How far did you get?
7 episodes.
Good
Thank
for you.
Thank you.
The next one is the best, but the worst.
The next one?
Yeah.
Because I'm in the middle of 7.
Yeah.
I'm pissed because I forgot my AirPods in Missouri, so I couldn't listen to shit on the way
I
home.
hate that, bro.
I was so upset. I was like
Yes.
bummed out. I was just like, I'll just buy new ones. But I was like, no. I'll just like
I buy them at the airport when I,
I
do
know,
that.
and they're like $200.
If you got, yeah. I
Yeah.
get some $79
Oh, you get some
ones
bullshitters.
just to get
I
me
should have
through.
got bullshitters.
I just got the ones that go around or the little ones that pop in.
Yeah, I should have got some bullshitters. That was dumb. Anyway,
Sucks. Traveling.
most of what you talked about is in those episodes directly. I mean, verbatim. There was a couple other things that unfortunately are slipping my mind at the moment.
Yeah.
But I did. I really enjoyed listening to it.
It's
It's
now
good.
So now you heard it from me, but now you heard it from the lips of the individuals, whether it's the parents, the caretakers, in some instances,
Right.
the actual kids
So-
through digital machines.
Yeah, so I think what you didn't really touch on was that the very first test is through a girl from Mexico.
Yes.
Who comes with her cousin who speaks the best English, and her mom speaks a little, and then the brother and the dad. And then they tell a lot of their stories. And I'm just like, yeah, that's all true. I don't not believe any of this. All the tests that she's doing, you have to believe that she's doing these things in a serious scientific way, that she wants real results. So you have to trust. I mean, yeah, we're listening to it. They could be standing right in front of each other with the answers. Who knows?
But they're not, because we've seen the short clip
Right.
that shows that backs what they're doing.
And the kids that are being interviewed or tested, they could be actors. They're not. Look, they're not.
They're not.
They're not. And
There's no Sean
and
Penn
like
here.
you said, I am Sam. One of them, same as Sam, isn't it? And then they bring, like you said, she brings in a cameraman, and he becomes a believer, and he's like broke. And so what he said, did you say it, or did I hear it?
Tell me what part.
He says she brings the cam. I'm gonna just go through the whole thing.
Yeah.
We'll take the long way around.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
here
do
we
it.
go.
Yeah. here we
There's
go.
no reel on this one.
There's no reel for this. She talks about bringing on a girl who speaks Spanish that's her friend, and then a guy who's going to do the camera that also likes science, but he's really,
Skeptic.
agnostic?
Oh, okay, yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's non-religious?
Yep.
And skeptic is the word that she uses, but agnostic would be like doesn't believe in anything and just like is more logical. And he watches some of the tests, and then they kind of split up. Everybody splits off for some reason. She gives a reason, I don't remember. But she goes into the garage or a different room, and he's in there, and he's just sitting there. And she approaches him to like, hey, how's it going? And he's like, I don't remember what he said first, but he goes, does this mean I have to believe in God now? Because he was so shocked by what he was watching. And we had talked earlier, and I had said something about spiritual, and I want to make sure that I am clear about what I mean when I always say spiritual. I don't mean in the traditional religious sense as a whole. I don't care if it's Buddhism or Muslim or Christian. It doesn't. I just mean spiritual is something different than that. Something
Yes.
cosmic. We talked about that.
Yes.
I said, to me, spiritual and cosmic is the closer the thing. And
I
but
have
also
another thing about cosmic after
but
this.
also when the test subjects, get deeper in, they also reference things like when they meet the people on the hill and what they're called and who they reference, and is it God or what is God one, or is everybody wrong, or is everybody have a different name for the same thing? And they said everybody has a different name for the same thing.
Yeah.
So that there's something there.
Yes.
So I'm not opposed to believing in God in any way. I've never said that. But what religion has done to people, I have a problem with.
Yes, 1,000%.
But it's crazy he says that. Does this mean I have to believe in God now? Because there's something cosmically spiritual about what's happening. And God is absolutely cosmic and spiritual if there is God. Because
Yeah.
that's the whole idea of God.
I listen to them in all of their experiences from season 1 to season 2, and different people call it different things depending on their background of either being religious
Right.
or non-religious.
Right. So you had said that like the big tall people, some called them angels, some called them teachers.
Yes.
Right. And it's just because if you have a religious background, you
That's what
view
you're
them
gonna-
as an angel. That's just what you're going to think them as.
Yes,
Right.
yes,
So yeah.
yes.
So but for them to say that everybody has a different name for what this is, it still could be what our word is for God.
Well, it was multiples though. There
Different
wasn't
versions. Maybe I hadn't gotten to all that. Or I didn't pick that
there
up.
there might be a piece that you haven't got to yet, but in one of them, in multiples, they talk about individuals. In some of them, they talk about them being 10 feet tall. 10
Right.
feet tall.
We talked about the
And that's,
Anunnaki
yes, the
deal,
Anunnaki
all
and all
that,
that
yeah.
coinciding with this happening and that historical information that was written down. But what's crazy is that they see multiples of them. There's like one talks about 2 of them, seeing 2 of them help them and do something with them.
Okay, I haven't heard that.
And
yeah.
then others talk about angels helping them. And then some people, I don't know if they I have to listen back if they interpreted it as God or as a teacher, meaning that there's people over there who are helping them, but that one person could have equated that to a God.
But you have religious background. The teacher is God. That's
Yes.
what they see God
Yes.
as, all knowing and teaching, right?
Yes.
So that's who that's going to be for them. But again, it kind of didn't matter who was saying it, that they feel like there is this one kind of thing.
They're all
that's
seeing the
gonna-
same damn thing.
Yeah, it's weird.
That's the crazy thing.
It's weird.
They're
It's really
all
cool.
seeing the
It's really
same
weird.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm getting it.
again, telepathy tapes. Go check it out.
Yeah, you can listen to them. I listen to them. Actually, I listen to them on Spotify. It's easier for me.
Okay.
I'm a Spotify guy.
Yeah.
And you can watch and listen to us on Spotify as well. If you didn't know that, whenever we put our stuff up, I always put the YouTube link because Bo loves YouTube, so that's what we do. But
I'm
like
down with all of them.
I know.
We
Yeah.
just have to get our fingers in all of them.
Yeah, we got to get our feet wet.
so-
So anyway, I've been listening to that. It's pretty good.
Yes, and thank you, because that's going to be a part of our lives in
I
the
think
future.
the more we talk about it, the more interesting it'll be for everyone else, and maybe someone who hasn't started may be interested, or they'll
Yeah.
just listen to it through us.
Yeah, right.
Because I mean, you're pretty good. You gave it everything you've said is like spot on.
Okay,
There
good.
wasn't a ton that I hadn't heard.
Okay, perfect.
But I can I just say something real quick
Yeah.
about Indian accents from India?
Yeah,
I love like a older mom.
The mom when she was talking?
Yeah, because I know a couple, and I work with one. She's really difficult to understand sometimes because she talks really fast and she has a really strong accent, but her English is perfect. Like
Right.
the vocabulary and the sentence structure is on par.
Yeah.
But it's just tough sometimes to understand. I struggle with accents, but I didn't struggle with hers. And I know another one like her, and the way they talk, and she's like, "Yeah, you know how you do this, or whatever you want." And she's just blowing it off. And when she said whatever, I was like, "Oh, that's so funny. I love these little Indian accent." I picture her like 4'9" and loving, and just cooks good, but will slap your ass if you say something stupid. Yeah, that's how I picture her.
Oh, I agree. And on that same topic, they just had a quantum communication. They call it a teleport, but it's information that they for the first time extended the distance of the information being transferred from one quantum quark or particle to another.
Okay,
So we talked about anyway, long story short, this
Hold
is a
up.
whole nother thing.
Hold up. What are we transporting?
Okay.
What is quantum?
Okay.
Don't answer that.
Yeah.
So you said
The
so.
smallest thing that we could comprehend as far as computing, so quantum computing.
Okay. So it's some kind of.
So at the same moment this is happening, it's happening somewhere else. At the exact same instant.
No delay.
No delay,
Same
no
timeline,
transport,
just in a
no
different
nothing.
place.
It's instantaneous.
It's happening at the same moment.
First time
Two
in
places
history.
in once.
Two places
at
in
one
once.
time.
2 places at once.
So what they did was they were doing it with the computers closer together?
No, it's not computers. I don't really know the process. There's a bunch of cylinders and big things and machinery, and I don't really know exactly how it all works. But I just read this last week that they just finally broke this threshold. And then in addition, I don't know if it's the same thing, because then I was listening to somebody else because I listen to some science programs on YouTube sometimes and different things. And another person just said that they just broke a quantum barrier for computing. Like, if you go to look up a quantum company, they usually have 3 major milestones that they're all looking to accomplish, or 3 or 4. And so at this point, a lot of them have gotten like the first 2 and are working on the 3rd section. And when they get to the 4th one, yes, this one is going to just like, it's over with.
Yeah.
So most of them have 2 at least. Some of them are working on the 3rd. I think what these guys did might have been that barrier in that 3rd section that they're all trying to break, and they just broke that. And they broke it in a faster time than they thought they thought it would come like at late 26, but they've just broken it. So now it'll be the next barrier, and once that barrier is broken, it's over. Good night, Irene. We're a quantum world.
What companies are these?
The biggest companies are IBM. The next, I don't know how you want to compare them, but these are just the people's rankings that are in that industry. Is Google has I forget what theirs is called, but they have a version. And then there's a few other small companies, but I think the biggest ones are Google, IBM. I don't know if it was
Microsoft.
No, I mean, I'm sure it is. I'm sure all of them have a hand in it. Yeah. But I remember the IBM and the Google are the 2 biggest ones that everybody's talking about right now.
Yeah, Anger bought some Bitcoin the other day. Nice. It's lower than it has been, and it always jumps back up through the roof. So I was like,
look, but I've been hearing
percent is percent.
No. So listen to this. I don't know if people like put out bullshit news so people don't buy it and they can buy it more, or if people are just so emotional in their day-to-day trading that they shit the bed when something goes slightly downhill.
Yep.
But there's like doomsayers right now talking about Bitcoin and this or that, and it's not going to come back, and no.
But this is why I've talked about this so many times. The minute-to-minute trading, because of what Robinhood did, everybody can freak the fuck out and cause a market scare. Used to have to be a trader and have an account and call your guy and tell him to sell everything, and then he has to mass sell for his firm, and all that has to happen. And now you're doing it on your phone. Me and you are doing it.
Yeah.
Someone who has $100 thinks he's going to make $20 today, puts $100 in the market. How many people are doing that all over the place and pulling it out every single day? You can't. The market is insane. So I did what I just complained about. I did the same thing.
Look,
and I did. Well,
you bought on the low though. That's the goal.
Did. That's always a goal. But I didn't buy a Bitcoin. Let me just say, I didn't pay $100,000.
I spent $83,000.
No, I did not spend 80. It was 86.
I bought a portion.
It was 86,000, and I bought as much as I thought I could afford, because percent is percent. If it goes up 20%, my money goes up 20%. So I bought some of that. I bought some Netflix right after I heard about the Warner Brothers thing, which I'm late to the game, but I was like, oh, I'm still going to buy some. Netflix is expensive already.
Dude, Netflix isn't going anywhere.
Nope. They're only buying more.
I don't necessarily all like their content, but
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You don't like Fox News' content either, and they're fucking worth $1 million. Quadrillion dollars.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if you like it. I like money.
I agree.
I like money.
Somebody's watching.
They're all watching.
There's a lot of foreign stuff on there now that I see.
But what I was saying, the other point when you said was that, the mongering, the fear mongering, or the media influence, and I had said that earlier about Elon. Like, it was in the like 40s and 50s or something when he said something, and it just, maybe less, and it just went through the roof.
You're talking about Tesla?
No, I was talking about Bitcoin.
Oh, Bitcoin.
Went through the roof because somebody big, some rich, smart guy said he has some. Every retard goes and buys it. So, yeah, this is a thing. Like, you control the market with the media, 100%. Because it's all at our fingertips. It's terrible, but I'm in a little bit. I'm in a little bit.
Keep pushing forward. I think it's the right deal.
And then I bought some stock of this bank, some shares on this bank. So I recently, from a friend, was told about...
Rob a bank?
No.
You know it's a bank?
Rob a bank is a bank?
Yes, it's in Northern California.
Oh, hell
I
yeah.
shit when I saw him.
I need an account there.
I was like, how you name a place Rob a Bank?
I love it. Bank NY.
Okay.
You familiar with Bank NY? I know very little, but here's some really cool things that I did.
Farmers
here.
Merchant and a few others are the only ones I know that are
so
nostalgic.
Bank NY. You're probably gonna spin on this one. You're gonna go off and you're gonna go look this shit up.
This conspiracy theory?
No, you're gonna
Oh.
be all interested.
Okay.
Bank NY was the very first stock to be sold on the stock market. It also was the very first company to have a computer. And they're mostly on the cutting edge of technology. That's where they put their money. And they are a bank to banks. There are no private or business banking done with this bank. They loan money to banks. And 1 out of every $6 in the country goes through them.
Really?
Yep.
And what was the share at?
Low. It's not a big. It's not
It's
a
not
big.
a-
It's not a big.
it's not a
dollar thing.
239er?
No. It's like. Let me pull it up. It's in the. Well, maybe I'm wrong. Let me see. Bank NY. BNY Mellon. Oh, it's in the hundreds. 118 right now.
118.
That's low for a bank like that, in my opinion.
Yeah, but I've heard of them.
Bank NY. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mellon.
Melon. Yeah, I didn't know because I didn't
Yeah.
put the melon with it, but I've heard people talk about them.
Let's see. Yeah, everything's still climbing down. Yeah, Bitcoin. Well, Bitcoin's down to $90,000.
It was down to 80 something.
It was at 80 something. Maybe when did I get in? I think I got in right there, because it was the next day. It wouldn't take my sale. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, a little bank, a little Netflix, a little Bitcoin.
Dude, and as soon as the market crashes, that Bitcoin's going to go to 500,000,
Yeah,
bro.
hopefully. Yeah, well, we talked about that part too. And I went up on some shares on Microsoft. I just wanted to even all my big number ones. I have 10 of everything. Just 10. Just chill and see what happens.
Nice.
I don't know. Anyway.
I love it. I'm all about that, bro. So, let me see. What did I do this weekend? Bro, my neighbors, this kind of sad, but, you know, it's going to happen to all of us. So, I'm going to talk about my neighbors real quick and what happened this weekend. So, I have 2 neighbors that moved in probably 10 years ago, and maybe even a little longer than that. And they had a big house in Manhattan Beach, but they did all their kids were gone, so they didn't want that big space. So they bought, I think it was a 2-bedroom place, no, 3-bedroom place when they bought it, and they added another room to it.
Yeah, I'm like, a small place. I'm like, your block.
It's 2-story, but it only had 3 bedrooms in it.
I got
I'm
you.
pretty
It's
sure.
a big property. Yeah, I know how it is. That's what I'm saying. Like, it ain't small there.
And so there was 1 downstairs. Maybe it's a 4-bedroom, 3 upstairs and 1 downstairs.
All right,
And,
that's a big spot.
Yeah. And but it's it was weird. Like it didn't have it's not like deep. It's wide, tall, and kind of shallow with a decent sized backyard.
It's always built in the 40s even maybe.
No. This one was built. It was just a lot in the 80s, and somebody built this
really?
house, I think in 90 something, 96, 97. They built this house.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Like that.
It was
That's weird.
one of the only few lots that we had on our block, or in our neighborhood, and so they built this house, and maybe they built it in the 80s. Anyway, they built it in the 80s, I think. So then this couple lived there.
We're not getting
They
a reel
bo-
out
they,
of this
they
story.
They both passed, and they're straight up. And then my neighbor moved in, him and his wife, and then he got sick with cancer. He passed away, unfortunately. He was cool as a fan, bro, George. And then his wife, we didn't really know her too much. She was kind of distant and didn't talk too much. And then she eventually got sick after he had passed, and it wasn't long after until she passed away too. So her daughters came in, and we talked to them briefly after it. And when her mom was sick, one of the daughters, I talked to her occasionally, being out front. And so then they didn't know what they wanted to do with any of the stuff in the house. Nobody wanted it.
Oh, that's right.
There's I think there's 5 or 6 kids all together.
Yes.
And
your wife
everybody
texted
was
me.
like,
They
yeah,
had-
I don't want
yes.
any of this. So they go, well, let's have an estate sale.
Yeah.
So I had never been in an estate sale
I've
before.
only been to one.
And I'm going to tell you that I'm going to start going to estate
No kidding,
sales.
dude. Yeah. They're awesome.
Okay, so I walked in.
Sadly,
Yes,
they're awesome.
Sadly, they're awesome.
We all pass. I'm
Yes,
just saying,
yes,
it's part of life.
yes.
But they are fantastic sometimes.
Yeah, and they were he was Japanese American and she was Caucasian. I don't know her descent or any of that stuff, but most of their house had Japanese decor in it.
And you know I love Japanese.
Dude, he
I
had
love it.
like, you know, I'm sure there's value to them because, or if not sentimental value, but full wall kimonos
What?
in frames. Yes,
Oh
bro.
my God. I should have just Venmo'd you guys like 10 grand and just bought everything. Oh my God.
I didn't know this. And
no.
so I got there when they first opened it on Saturday. I think they opened it at 8 a.m. I didn't get over there until like 9:30. And then when I got over there, I saw this dude and his wife like frantically pulling in these teacups. And he's like, okay, I got this many here. And she's all, oh, did they have all the cups to them? And, I didn't know, bro. Then one of the little kids, 19, 20 that works for me, he goes, bro, those Japanese teacups can be worth thousands of dollars. I go, stop it.
Yeah.
He started pulling them up and showing them to me. 12 grand. I'm like,
Oh
no
my
way,
God.
dude. This is
Dude,
ridiculous.
that's
I'm
crazy.
sure that's what that couple knew was there.
Yeah.
And they were on it.
Yeah.
And he had like multiple kabuki
What?
head things.
What?
Yes,
Dude.
bro. Yeah.
Bro, why don't you do something?
I didn't
got
know-
a wall of mass in my home.
Oh, I forgot about
Oh
that.
my God.
I forgot all about
I'm going
that.
to kill you after we're done
forgot
recording
all
today. I'm
about
killing
that.
you.
Just
I
now
can't
you
believe
said it. I looked in your living room wall in my
Oh
mind and remembered that you
God.
had those.
Dude.
Yes. Yeah. But don't you have like African masks too and stuff?
I have everything. Well, what I do is I ask people go somewhere and I ask them to bring me back a mask.
Okay.
That of their choosing. What do you like? You get to pick it.
Okay.
Whatever you draws to you. If you like it, grab it. It goes on my wall. It
Okay.
can be like my mom will get me stuff when she goes places. My dad's gotten me stuff. My friends. I've also purchased things around the world that I've been, and I always try to bring something back from a different country.
Well,
if I go to a different country, I bring a mask back
now I
of
know
that country.
And if I
yeah,
come
well,
across,
it's too fucking
I
late
come
now.
across
We're
something
never
again.
gonna see another estate sale like that,
Dude. Japanese furniture all throughout. He had these, and I'm familiar
tables and
with
shit?
the little tables. They're like
Yeah.
short tables like that with all the carvings and the small
I wouldn't
little.
be into that. So I'm not into this for any kind of value. I want it because I love it, and especially the really old stuff. My grandmother has a bunch of stuff in her house, and she's given me a few items already because she's getting up in age, and so I think she wants to give what she wants to certain people so that when she's gone, she doesn't know where it's gonna go.
My grandma did
And
something
she's
like
known that there's a couple items I've eyeballed since I was probably 6 or 7 years old, and she gave them to me for Christmas this last year. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. But any of that stuff, I would want it so I can display it. I don't care if it's worth $5. I want it.
Yeah,
Dude, having like kabuki masks and a framed oh my God, dude.
yeah.
Like any of the art scrolls or anything like that.
He had samurai swords, and the younger guys, in my family, they came over and they were like, oh, and this guy came in right as they were in there and goes, decorative. That's a real sword. And right as he said that, lady was standing right there. She grabbed it right off the thing.
Yep.
As soon as the guy said that was a real sword.
That's a real one. Yeah, I'll take that one.
That's real steel.
Damn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Legit, dude.
It was sad, but then we bought a couple small pieces from him. We bought some. He had some cool Christmas decorations, so we got a couple small ones. His family took the real big nice ones that he had.
I'm just like extra devastated because she texted me that it was happening, and I was like, "Oh, I'm in Missouri." She's like, "Oh yeah, I forgot. Have a good time." And I was just like, "Oh, that would be cool." She said they have a lot of Japanese stuff, so I was just like, "Oh, that would have been cool." Now you're telling me this, I'm like, "Oh, I really fucking missed out."
It was sick. And I didn't know enough about all the stuff to go through and pick any. I liked it. I thought it was cool, but I didn't know any value. They had one of those little things that you come in the house and it's got a mirror on it with the hooks. You take your boots off and put your stuff right there. So we got that for the back door.
That's cool.
It was
cool. All reasonably priced.
Yeah, it was. They had a sticker price on it, like $200. It was still there on Sunday. I paid $100 for it.
So they're done. I can't go back in there. What was in there on Sunday?
Mostly just furniture.
No Japanese. All the stuff was gone.
There was still some Japanese, but for the most part, all the good stuff was gone.
I feel like I just want to get on eBay and find it. Get
Yeah.
lucky. Cool. Yeah, I'm bummed out I missed it. Oh, well.
But now I think I want to go to estate sales, bro.
Hit me up. Let's roll.
Yeah.
Well, I can't really go anywhere right now. So. Maybe on the weekends.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, I'm devoted to work right now.
Yeah, I think most of them are on the weekends.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, there was an app that the girl hipped me to. So
I went into one over by Hickory, dropped the kids off at school one day. As I'm driving by, it says estate sale, so I jump out. It's over right by our other friends that live on that same street.
Right.
I think right down the street from their house. And I walked in. I was just walking around. It was, just an older person's home. There wasn't anything special, but there was a wooden baseball bat. It was an Hank Aaron bat, but it wasn't autographed by him. It was one of those inscribed ones,
right.
like used. So I bought that for like $5.
Yeah, can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, just because it was a bat.
Tire
I don't
checker?
know. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I think I took it to the desert and put it in the fire. Firewood.
That was $5 spent.
Yeah, $5. I was like, I don't need this.
Yeah, but that was crazy because just I had never been to one, and it was right next door, so I thought I'd check it out.
Yeah.
And then it kind of got a little bug, man. I
Yeah,
think
it's cool. Let's
I'm
go.
itching to go back.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
We just finished watching All Her Fault on Peacock. It's a new show.
I haven't seen it.
It's about a kidnapping of a 5-year-old.
Really?
It's so me and my I'm gonna go down the old critique aisle
here we go.
in the grocery store here. So the acting is good because there's a number of big names, large names. The girl from Succession's in it, the redheaded daughter,
Okay.
and then Dakota Fanning is in it.
It's a new movie?
It's new show.
New show.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's a couple other guys that you would recognize. I don't know their names, but you'd recognize them. Anyway, there's a lot of twists and turns. The acting is good, and the writing is good, but the editing and music is just overkill. Like everything is ultra dramatic. It's like dun dun dun, and then cut to some other normal scene. It's almost like half the time they're cutting to a different scene, it's like a giant crescendo every time. I'm like, Jesus.
They bring you up and bring you back down?
It's not like that. It's like overdoing it. It's
Oh,
like,
shit.
and where was she on Thursday? She was off work. You know who else was? Peter. Dun dun dun. Cut to black.
Okay, so is it supposed to be funny?
No, it's not supposed to be funny. It's dramatic. Ultra fucking dramatic.
Does it have the sound dun dun dun?
No, but it goes da 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 da. Like that, there's
maybe
like a
you're
thing.
misinterpreting the show. It is called.
I'm doing dun 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 to give you the feeling that they give you with whatever tune that they play.
All right,
they do have a
got you.
tune, and it's weird cuts. And I mean, there were numerous times that it's almost like it's edited for TV. Like, like when you used to watch a TV show that was made on TV for the first
With the
time, it's on
commercials.
HBO. You can tell because they cut and it goes black, and then it just cuts right into
Yeah, yeah.
another scene. Well, you can tell it's made for commercials. So it's almost like it's made for commercials. And there were so many like final episode moments that they just kept on. It was like in the middle of the show. 3 or 4 of them during the show. That should have been the end of the
So
show.
it wasn't like Andor.
Cliffhanger. No, it wasn't like Andor. Andor was a fucking amazing. Andor was an epic.
Right.
This was good because the acting was good.
Okay.
But the editing was bad. There's they make you twist and turn, and then they feed you the answer pretty quick sometimes. And then they have you guessing again. And so there's
And what's the overall thing about? What's the theme of it?
you want to just blow it? Fuck it.
I mean, it's a series, so it's got.
It's over. It's done. I watched the whole thing.
Okay, is there any other? Is there going to be another season?
No, I doubt that. That tells you anything. No, I didn't see. I don't know if it's a
And what's the
limited
name of it
series.
again?
All Her Fault.
All Her Fault.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fuck it. Let's do it.
Yeah, do it,
All
bro.
right, so-
I don't even have Peacock.
All right, cool. If you got Peacock, you don't turn it off. Listen to this. You don't have to watch it. I'm gonna tell you everything right now. So this 5-year-old, this woman goes to pick up her son from a play date, and she shows up to this house, and the lady's like, "Hi," and she's like, "Oh, I'm here to pick up my son." She's like, "Who?" It's like, "Oh, my son so and so. He's got a play date with so and so. I got a text. The mom said she was gonna bring him and meet me here, and I was gonna pick him up at this time. I don't know that person, and I don't know your kids. They're not here." And she's like, "Oh shit!" And she's this baller, like finance manager. Her husband's in commodities. I don't even know what that means because they say it on there.
That's pork and
I don't know.
all the
whatever.
things that are consumables.
So he's in commodities.
Okay.
So it's in Chicago. They're on the lake. They've got this ridiculous pad. And so she races home and he's not
gold.
there.
That's not a consumable. Go ahead.
So
sorry.
she races home and they're not there, and then the panic starts. And they start figuring out that it was this other girl, Dakota Fanning's nanny, who came and took the kid from the school instead of their nanny, who was off that day. So then they figure out who that is, and that's the girl that's in the most new movie, It. Not the series, but the movie, It. The second, the newest one that's out. Beverly Marsh, that actress, she's the nanny. So she's kidnapped this kid, and then you find out that she's not alone kidnapping the kid. So then they figure out there's somebody else with her because she meets up with somebody at this race. They review this camera footage. They're trying to figure out when the kid had a chance to meet the girl. Why did she want this kid?
They got the cops involved now and everybody else? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
And they're trying to figure out why she wants their kid instead of the kid that she was nannying. Like, why wouldn't you just kidnap your own kid? You're kidnapping this other kid. And they're, and it comes to find out later that, like, she interviewed too, so she could get close to the kid. So then they're trying to figure out how when she sees the kid for the first time, and they're trying to nail all that story down. And then there's another situation where they see that they go to the Chicago race because the dad's running in it. So they review this footage because the original nanny says
foot race.
It's a foot race.
All right.
Sorry. The original nanny's like,
I didn't know if he's running in their stock car races.
No, he's in the Chicago Marathon.
Okay.
So blah, blah, blah. I try to skip to some important parts, but, they review the footage and she's interacting with a male figure that they can't figure out. Then they end up finding another camera and they see his face. They get to put a name to it, that he's been in jail. They were boyfriend, girlfriend. And I'm like, oh, Jill, she's nuts. Like, she's stealing the kid so she can have a kid with him and they're going to raise him. And she's insane. Like, she's clinical. And then you find out that's not the case because then that guy's dead. They find him in the lake. So I'm like, well, then who else is she with? And then you find out that she's got this piece of shit past with her. With her mom, and her mom's maybe an ex-addict and her dad's a gambling addict and a underworld kind of guy. And then he comes into play and now he wants to get the kid a passport. Instead of doing that, he calls the dad to get a ransom. The dad doesn't tell the cops that he's got a ransom call, but he gets the money. And they all this misdirection and non-communication between the parents and the cops and all this other shit and all these other players that come in.
So they want you to think maybe the dad's in on it, maybe so-and-so's in on it.
Or the friend, or the brother, or the sister, or this, or the caretaker. Then you start to learn more about that the husband, the father's a manipulative piece of shit. He's been supporting his brother and sister because his sister was chasing his little brother around when they were kids, and he fell and he broke his back, and he's been disabled his whole life. So he gives him a job at his firm and lets him live in his back house and pays him money for something he doesn't really do. And the sister's been in and out of addict rehabilitation centers because she's just had a shitty life. She blamed herself her whole life, right? Come to find out later that he tripped his little brother when he came around the corner and he watched him break his back and he let his sister
take the blame. And that's why he felt so guilty. He took care of him the whole time. But he treats him like shit in these situations. Anyway, you go on further and you find out more that everybody's got skeletons.
He was in on the fucking... So the kid all of a sudden, in like the 7th out of 8 episodes or 6th episode, is returned
6 episodes
out of 8.
Why would you put 6? They must have sucked so bad they said we're not going to make anymore.
No, it's good. It's good.
So why is there only 6 episodes?
No, there's 8. I said in the 6th episode.
Oh, 8 episodes. Okay,
gets
right.
dropped
I still hate
off.
8 episodes, but keep going.
You like a 10 or what?
I like fucking give me 24 like we used to have back in the day.
Crazy. That's too much.
You know what? It's not too much because now you get plot development and you get character development and you get to really appreciate those characters through all those episodes. When you do 8 to 10, you don't get a chance
Yeah, but
to do
most
that.
of those 24 episode shows are 30-minute shows.
No, they're hour shows as an example. But anyway,
after.
Go ahead.
Let's talk about after for sure.
Go ahead.
So
go ahead.
I'm going to get to the end
I
right
can't
here.
weave too big
I
right
know.
now.
Yeah, relax. You're cutting into my reel. So they're all now, it's like crescendoing at the end and they're in the house and it's not the final episode. And all this shit's coming out that he ended up knowing. The sister finds out that he broke his brother's back. All these secrets are coming out.
She's like, you motherfucker.
And the kid's back, but he's trying to blow it all off while the baby's back and da-da-da. And the dad, the kidnapper's father, is found dead in a hotel room. And you come to find out later, there's a voice recording of him coming to meet that dad and pay him money for his son, but he kills the dad and blindfolds his son, drops him off at the fucking police department, and then goes home so that he's not involved in any of it because he didn't want anyone to know about the ransom call. So the kidnapper shows up at the house with a gun while they're all arguing. And they're like, oh shit. One of the friends gets shot. And then he's wrestling with her and the gun's pointed at her. She's like, you can have the gun. Take the gun. I don't want to hurt anyone. And he pulls the trigger and kills her. Like it looks like a struggle. And the wife watches. And she's like, why'd you do that? What's on that phone recording? Because she brought the phone that had the voice recording. She picks it up and she goes and listens to it. And it's her husband there talking about picking up the kid and the struggle and all the shit. She's like, you killed that guy and you didn't tell us about the thing. And she's trying to deal with that. And the plot develops more. Here's what happened. This girl's 16 years old. She gets pregnant with this guy. They're living in a homeless encampment in Chicago. He gets arrested for dealing substance. She is pregnant. She has the child. And then she's driving. And she's a little fucking clinical. Like she'd had some history as a 16. She's a runaway.
Right.
She's got a mental. She's got synthesis.
Mental instability.
She does, but she also has synthesis.
Yep.
What is it? Say it.
It is I know exactly what
Synthesis.
Yes.
So I had synchronicity today because when I put our new podcast up, one of the keywords was this word. We had talked about it with Vinny, and I saw it on TV last night, and I'd never heard of it. So it's when you think of a word and you say it, and you have a taste in your mouth.
Synesthesia.
Synesthesia. So she has this synesthesia, and that's how she relates to the kid because the kid also has synesthesia.
Okay.
So she gets him to welcome. So what happens is she has the kid. She's driving down the street. She gets into a car accident, and it cuts to her in the hospital. The baby dies, and she survives, and she just spirals. She tells everybody she killed herself. She changes her name, and she goes on living. The accident was the couple in the show. They had just had a baby. They get in the wreck. The wife is unconscious, and she ends up being in a coma for weeks. His baby's dead. He goes to the other car. He hears a baby crying. The driver, this kidnapper girl, is out like a light. He doesn't see her face. He switches babies and doesn't tell anybody. She fucking figured it out because she ran into I don't remember how she runs into the kid, but he has this synesthesia thing, just like she does. And
she was nannying for the other.
She was nannying for the other one, but she was looking for him. I'm butchering that part, but she finds him and she brings him. So the guy gets out of jail so they're at the marathon. She has him meet. She figures out how to get it done. And he's like, you're crazy. We're not taking this kid. But later he's like, he looks just like my dad. And we're like, what? Later you find out it's their baby. She found out that he jacked the baby and she was back there to get her kid back. And the mother never knew anything. She had been raising this kid that wasn't hers. Damn. So she figures that out. But
you just fucked this story up
the
for a
girl,
gang of people.
No, there's more. There's more. There's more. And so she's dead. Somebody else is dead. But his sister's alive and his wife was alive. The dad, right? Well, he's like deathly allergic to fucking soy. Well, they're at the funeral of the person who died. She eats soy and she kisses her husband, and she had replaced his EpiPen with an expired one so he would die in front of everyone.
Damn.
Yep. And here's what this is a trip too. The cops interviewing his sister, and like, hey, was she's ever done something like that? No, she managed it really well. Is it likely she would forget there was expired one? No, it's not likely. Do you think she read the labels on all the food because you knew your brother had a soy allergy, so you labeled everything? She goes, yeah, she would pay attention. She goes, did you see her read it? And she could see this look on her face, and she just realizes what happened. She goes, no, I didn't see her read it. She let her brother die. She let his sister-in-law murder her brother because he fucked her whole life up and let her believe she disabled her brother. So she let it go. And she's like, yep, he's dead. The wife kills the husband so she doesn't have to give her son up, because if she fucking owns up and they find out that that's not their kid, nobody gets the kid. Foster takes the kid.
And the kid is how old again?
5 years old.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So everybody lets everybody die, and the cop's interviewing the wife one final time. It looks like she's about to confess, and he goes, I think that's what happened, but I'm not really sure. And the case is closed, so I'm fine with it. And he leaves. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, oh, man, I got no respect for that guy. He was a great cop. I was like, I lost respect. They shouldn't have had that part in the show. And I don't know, there's a bunch of shit
But
that
did
should
the
have
cop
happened.
know that the babies were switched?
He recited the whole story. He goes, I think that's what happened, but the case is closed.
Oh, got you.
So I'm fine with it.
Okay.
And he pulled some other dirty shit in the show too. He had a handicapped son that was autistic that needed to get into a special school, and the dean of the school his son little rich kid had just gotten in trouble in college with some cocaine. He goes, if you can go to the evidence room and just put Tylenol in there, because that's what he said it was, your kid would get into this one-on-one program that you can't afford. And he got pissed. He's like, I'm not fucking doing it. I'm not that guy. He's not doing it. A couple days later, he did it. He did it. And then you go see his kid at the school, and everybody's dirty. Everybody's doing something. It was a good show, just not put together well.
Yeah. There's a little dirt in everybody. It's all got to be for the right reason.
So I hope you enjoyed All Her Fault.
Yeah.
In 5 minutes. In 5 minutes.
And if you want to check it out, it's on
Peacock. It's on Peacock. Go waste your time. I just told you the whole motherfucking thing. But yeah, you know me. I like to critique movies and shows.
Nice.
So we just finished watching that.
Okay, so I think I asked you. Have you watched Landman?
I watched the first season. I'm waiting for all of it to be out before I watch it. When it's a show like that, I can't do the wait thing, bro. We talked about this.
Dude.
Well, of course, it's the shit.
It's the best fucking thing on TV.
But I think every time I hear that, I agree, but I also bring this up. Did you watch Lioness?
Yes, of course.
And you don't think that is up there the same?
That's great too.
I thought the first season was the best show on
Now,
the
do you
planet.
know why they're all great?
Well, Taylor Sheridan,
Straight up, bro.
man. Hey, Taylor,
Dude,
if you're listening,
we'd love
I
to
always
have you
say
on,
it.
bro.
Every time I see his name, I go, my man.
Dude.
I let him inside
Tulsa
me.
King? He was joking. He was joking.
No, I'm serious. I let him inside me. That is a stud.
Dude, if he ever comes on this show for any reason, he's going to ask to go inside you.
Yeah, he's like, Josh, I got a show for you. I'm gonna put you on Lioness. But we already got a guy called 2 Cups, so we're gonna call you 3 Cups. We're gonna call you 3 Cups. You can be on the show. Bo, I'm not gonna have you on my show because I don't have any of them on my show that can kick my ass. So you're not gonna be on my fucking show. He's a badass, dude. I love watching interviews with that guy. He's a stud. That guy's.
Yeah, I've never watched an interview.
I
with
love
him.
it. I like him. He's right up my jib.
Yeah, but I love that show, bro. I love everything about that show. And they have incorporated Sam Elliott now.
Oh hell yeah, I love Sam Elliott.
And
Sam Elliott's voice could kick Chuck Norris's ass.
straight up.
Right?
Straight up.
Straight up.
Yeah. And the other what's the guy's
That's a reel right there, boy.
straight up. It's getting chopped up.
Yep, getting chopped.
It'll
Chop
be
that.
up there next week.
Yeet.
Actually, when this comes out,
3 months.
and people will have already watched the show on Peacock and go, "Yeah, that's exactly what happened."
Yeah.
So, what's the guy? He was in The Godfather when he was younger.
Andy Garcia.
Andy Garcia, bro.
I got that one.
Dude, he's in this thing
He's in
now.
that too?
Yeah, they've introduced him now to the show, and it's great. It's great.
Yeah.
I don't want to say anything.
No, don't.
Please
Please don't ruin it for me.
Yeah.
I will be gladly ruin it for the listeners, but don't ruin it for me. I'm waiting. I'm watching it.
And then
Trust.
the other one that I'm watching, it's quirky. Is Simpluris. No.
Oh yeah, Pluribus.
Pluribus.
I haven't started yet. It looks interesting. It looks weird.
It is weird.
And I love weird. So
it's
I'm into
alien weird.
it. Okay.
But it's still pretty. It's got some emotional content to it. Yeah. You're gonna have to be a little bit of a sci-fi to appreciate that one.
Okay. Well, yeah. I thought it'd be that it was on a different tune, but
No,
I'm interested.
I
I'm
didn't
gonna
know
get
what
into
it was about either until I got into it, and then I was like, oh shit, okay. But yeah, those are the two that I wait till the end of the week to watch.
I'm still catching up on Righteous Gemstones.
Yeah,
Season
I
4.
I gotta get up to date.
Oh my god, so good!
It is good.
So hilarious.
I gotta get up to date.
So spot on. Spot on.
Yeah, and another thing I've been kicking on, bro, is they're discovering more and more information about Sumeria and Mesopotamia and all those ancient civilizations.
I don't know if that's on one of our released episodes. I'm pretty sure it's not.
But this is, yeah, well, if that is, that'll come out. But this is like...
No, I mean the old ones.
Yeah. Like information that you don't... Okay, so if one, it's not in a history book yet. because it hasn't got that far, and we're getting information so fast in today's world that I don't know how history books are going to keep up. They're going to always be
Not going to
behind.
be any books. It's just going to be articles.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's. I mean, if you
Papers, you know, you're
my
reading
daughter's
papers.
in high school and all that stuff. It's article stuff. Well, I mean, there's still books, but the current event stuff. It's all article stuff.
Yeah. And they're finding generation upon generation of information where they built. Of course, we always know they build on top. They build on top, you know, the next generation. But deeper and deeper information about, you know, the development of the area and people who have developed in that area. And we talked a little bit in the past about how everybody says it was just, you know, it's got to be aliens. They learned to do all this overnight. It wasn't overnight.
Yeah,
it was a
wasn't
long
overnight.
ass time of these
A lot
civilizations
of
being developed.
changes of the entire Earth. You know,
Yes.
tidal waves and ice ages, burying civilizations, and then more being built on
Yes.
top and having to learn slow.
And the flooding is found now that they've gotten this much research. It's not one big flood that happened.
Okay.
It's multiples
Yeah.
that have happened in our human existence.
Yeah.
And so they're not just one story that's been transferred down from generation to generation, but they're multiple flooding stories that have built into the stories that we have today.
Dude, I mean, in short, it's so realistic to believe that this planet has been hit by plenty of things coming from space that have caused weather disruptions.
Yes.
That change the dynamic of our planet
1000%.
and wipe us out.
That and Mother Nature herself.
Yeah, and we're so egotistical that we think that our lifetime is so big. It's not even a blip
Finite.
on the fucking radar of timeline between the last time an asteroid hit and when the next one hits,
Straight
or when
up.
a comet or whatever comes. It's probably regular scheduled program. It's just we think it's forever, but it's
Right?
not.
No.
Our memory is short because we've only been able to write things down for a short period of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's been tons of civilizations, and I think other things have come and lived here. I mean, we have proof the dinosaurs. That thing alone tells you that lots of things have come and died here.
Yep.
So
Straight
aliens are real.
Yeah, that's right.
I told you.
That's right. But that's just some deep information, and then they're even finding more things in Gobekli Tepe. Gobekli Tepe.
Ubegle Tepe.
Yeah, Gobekli Tepe.
Oh, it's go with a G? That was
Yeah.
you.
No, Gobekli.
Yeah, I don't know, but I watched
Yeah.
that. I like that one. Thanks to the Y-Files, our man.
Yeah, and that and then there's small little spots around there that they're finding and starting to pull some more information.
So, but didn't the last I had read or heard about it was that they said that the government wasn't allowing to dig anymore?
So remember we talked about with
Was it Vinny or was
with
it Mike?
Vinny about them planting trees all over that hillside,
Yeah,
so you
yes,
couldn't
yes,
dig
yes,
there.
yeah.
They've taken all the trees away, so they started digging again.
Yeah, I think
Now they've got down to a new layer that they had not previously got to, and they're finding new statues.
I think it's religion based to block them from digging it up. I think the more you find out about our history, the less some of the
Religious
religions really make any sense anymore.
For sure.
And they cancel them out, or they explain them. The things that the faith and hope that they worship and rely on are now being explained, and
Yes.
it's more like, oh, that wasn't what we thought it was. And you can't do that in religion because it shoots the entire thing down from the top level.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
dude.
it does.
They're
For-
like
for-
conspiracy
for
theorists.
realistic-
They just
no.
go to the next one.
No, not me.
Yes,
No.
they do, bro.
No.
Very few people ever get out like you did.
Nobody is the Renaissance man that I've become.
But yeah, but it's some interesting finds that they've been able to uncover recently that are great.
That's
and they'll
fun.
be exposed now, and more people will start to have them on their shows. And
You know, Bo, you make me want to watch the news. I want to confess something here.
oh yes, let's
We've
hear
been
it.
doing this for months, a lot of months. We got a lot under our belt for the most part.
Yeah.
And we talk about a lot of different shit, and I've just grown softer to some of the things that kind of just followed or just agreed with or whatever. I'm always seeing both sides of the coin. I also considered myself to seeing both sides of the coin and still thinking one way. And I still think one way about a lot of things, but I've just been more and more like softer in general about stuff.
What do you
And
mean?
No, I don't know if I want to say it out loud. I'm not ready to say it out loud yet. Not ready. Not ready.
Wait till we have a
Don't
therapist
start
on.
guessing.
No. Wait till we have a therapist on.
Yeah. I'm not ready. Not ready.
Good. Well, that's good. I mean,
But
shit,
anyway,
we're getting
yeah.
older. We're learning some shit along the way, you know?
Yeah, I got to learn every day.
Straight up.
Yeah, my grandfather said, whenever I walked into a room, I always imagined myself as the dumbest one there, so I can make sure I can learn something from somebody.
I love that.
You know, be humble.
Yes.
So if you're talking, you're not listening.
That's the facts.
So I just want to keep trying to learn.
Yeah.
And-
Because I was being very good last night and just listening when you were telling me all the things that I needed to do one after another that I had already done the first time in the first conversation, but I didn't want to offend you, so I just let you keep telling me.
I want to say, I was typing it. And I'm like, I'm not being short. I'm just like, just saying, hey, like, here's an idea. If you if you didn't see it, try this, because I don't want to not be available. So sometimes, Bo logs into stuff and it's hooked up to my phone or something. I've got to send him
he was
the
the one who
code.
started the account, so they just default to those emails or those phone
Dropbox
numbers.
and our Gmail accounts and things like that for the show. So it'll send me the 2 authentication code, and I'm not always looking at my phone. I'm very good
I've got
about
to bug him every time I want to go on, and it does that to us.
And I feel like I'm not going to be there for you at some point, and you're
you
not
know
going to be
what?
able to do your thing. And
it might not happen.
Yeah, but I
I'll
don't
be
want
okay.
that.
The next day will come around.
Yeah, but I don't want. I'm like, he needs it. I want him to have it, and so I feel like I'm falling short, even though I'm not.
No, you're not
I'm
at all.
I just feel like I'm not able to give you what you need when you need it, and I could. I just wasn't looking. So I'm like, hey, let's set it up so you don't need me. I want you to not need me, and that's what that whole thing was.
I'm with you.
I'm not offended. God, do you fucking like walk on glass when you text me and shit?
No. I was trying to be. So I wanted you to know because I felt that this is stupid that these two guys fucking have all these
I'm like,
fucking feelings.
what is going on here? The fuck?
Because normally we're stone cold. We don't give a fuck.
We do. I'm like, well, I ain't no bitch.
But
Talk
what
to
it
me.
was is I sent Josh a text. I needed the code, and then he responded back. Here it is, and at first I thought that was you typing happy Dropboxing, but it's you
the
copy
thing.
and paste.
Yeah, I just forwarded it.
when you sent it to me before, I was like, that's cute. That
He's in a
saying
good
happy
mood.
Dropboxing.
Josh is in a good mood. Happy Dropboxing. Yeah.
So then he responded back, well, try this, or try that. And I had already done, I didn't even have an option to do those things. The computer automatically generated that it was going to, instead of when I logged in and I did everything correctly, it goes, check your email. And there's no other options to press another button. But Josh didn't know that. So he was like, well, try this, try that,
and
try this.
I was short. I wasn't like, hey, if you're I was like, I just says, try logging in with password next time. If that's an option, maybe it will save it for you.
Yeah.
I know I'm short.
No, I wasn't offended by any of that.
Hate it. My kids hate when I talk to them. Like, it's like I'm at work.
Yeah, I
I'm
could
like,
care
it's
less
just
about that.
informational.
Yeah.
So I was like, what the fuck? And you're like, yes, sir. I'm like, not yes, sir. It just says yes, sir.
Yeah.
And then I volunteered something else, and you're like, yeah, I've already tried all that. I was like, all right, cool. I'm just trying to make it so you don't need me.
No, for sure.
But you didn't want to offend me. You said, what the fuck? God damn.
Because I knew that you were trying to help out with, try this or try that and try that. And I didn't want to cut you short. Like, I don't need your help, motherfucker. I already
Like you
figured
did
this
in the car in Colorado. You remember that?
I do remember that.
I remember that.
That's what gave me the concept. I don't want to do it again to you.
That was a great moment for us in our friendship, though. I was just like, fuck you then. I ain't helping you do shit.
Long story short, he was the maps. I was driving, and he was over mapping. And I was like, I see it on the fucking screen.
Over mapping. And Vinny's listening to this and he's crying right now because I do it. He knows I do it. I know that I'm like that. That's why I wasn't mad. I was like, well, then fuck you. Find your own way. Find your own fucking way to
See
the
if I
airport.
ever help you again.
Yeah, eat shit. And then what? Later, down, like 1 mile down the road, Domenica's like, oh, doesn't he have to turn up here? I go, I don't fucking know. You just help your fucking self. Do it your damn self.
Oh, fuck. It was good.
Good times. Good times.
That's what two old fuckers do when they're driving.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You're not young anymore, buddy.
No, I'm not old. I'm not young anymore. I'm old. I'll be 46 very soon.
I just read something too that your brain peaks out in its early 30s. That kind of made me sad.
I feel that. I think that's true. I feel downhill. I'm fighting
I was like,
constantly.
fuck, I'm on the backside of that one.
Yeah, long down at the bottom of the goddamn hill.
Shit.
Yeah.
I explained, and then I started, right after you read that shit, then you're like, oh, that's why the UFC fighters can't make it past 34.
Yeah, that's why. It's
35.
Yeah.
It's
those
the brain
guys-
that goes first.
Yeah, it does. Especially when you take a beating.
Oh, yeah.
Did you watch of course you
Of
watched the fights?
course,
How were the
bro.
fights?
Oh,
Any
my
Dagestani guys out there? I mean, they rule the world right now.
No, but some of them are starting to get beat. Yeah.
Well, so here, what I said before is I feel like when you have that many on the market, you're gonna have guys who are gonna end up losing.
Yes,
It
and
thins.
they're all learning
It thins
too.
out.
Yes, and
The
they're all
top made
learning.
it in. He brought the rest, and then it thins.
Yes.
but they're murderers row, man. Those guys are killers.
Dude, they are. Yes, they're like we said. They're training all day long. They're not out at the mall. They're not, taking their kids to go
No.
here and there. They're not shopping. They're not
they're
at the bar.
they're fighting for their
They're not
meals.
at the strip club. They are
Yeah.
in bed, waking up the next day, getting up and doing it all over
Dodging
again.
bullets on the way to the car.
Straight
in
up.
their country. Hey, by the way, real quick, let's talk about it
Yeah.
after. I watched The Smashing Machine because I didn't have my AirPods on the way home. I'll critique that one as well.
Very artistic movie, the way it was filmed.
Yeah. So we
And
just
it
get into
has
it? Yeah.
some of the
Original.
well, I don't know if you want to call it guerrilla filming, how they kind of do things on the move instead of doing them
It's
traditionally.
semi-grainy. The shots are different. They're zoomed in ways. The way that it's filmed is like it's from the 90s.
And it was a good movie, but it flopped in the box office.
Okay, can I ask some questions?
Yeah.
Did you know Mark Kerr?
I did
had met
not
him.
know him personally.
You knew
No,
people
I did
that
not.
knew him. You knew his reputation.
One of my so the guy in the movie that he fights in Brazil, when they have all the chandeliers and all those things in the very beginning, they show him going over there to fight.
The Russian or the Ukrainian guy.
No, it was a Brazilian guy that he fought in the final.
Oh,
So he fights a guy that I know, Fabio. We haven't talked a lot through the years, but at that time we were both young, and he was training to fight, and
yeah, this
he
is like
came
93, 94 or something like that.
Yeah, he came to Hickson's to train. And I was one of his training partners while Hickson was helping him prepare for the fight.
Mm-hmm.
And well, I mean, there was a few of us that were. And but Fabio fought him. That's probably and I know, I met a few people along the way that probably, know him as well, but that's probably the closest I've ever been in contact with him. I didn't know him very well.
So did you know his personality reputation? People talk about the kind of a guy that he was.
Okay, so yes and no. Like, we knew that he was a soft-spoken guy and pretty laid back outside of the cage, but there was something about him that once he got going, he was unstoppable. I mean, literally unstoppable.
A brute.
A brute. He was bigger. He was stronger. He had wrestling.
Yeah, he came from
technique
wrestling.
that allowed
Yeah.
him to dominate the top position, and he would headbutt the shit out of you and break your teeth
Yeah,
and
back
everything.
when it was legal to
and
do
your
all the
nose,
crazy stuff.
And then it was a matter of time before
couldn't
you
fight,
ran
couldn't
out.
see. Yeah,
yeah.
like-
And he was so big and strong. Literally, anytime you went to arm bar him or do anything, he could just pick you up and slam
Just
you and pull
club
his
out
arm
of you. He's just
Yeah.
huge. So what I got from the film was that he was a really polite, calm, soft-spoken, soft guy.
Yeah.
And it's not like he goes and does a bunch of shit with kids in the movie. I'm just saying, like, The Rock portrays him as just so, like, reserved. Even when things get insane with his girl, he's just like, "What's wrong with you? Why are you acting like this? I gotta go in the other room." And he does, like, once or twice he reacts, and I'm sure there's more that goes on there in real life.
Of course, yeah.
But the movie portrayed him, and I was like, wow, they're really portraying him in this way. Like, the whole time, very humble, always asking for things instead of demanding that the rule was implied in this fight that he lost when the guy was breaking the rules and kneeing him in the head and whatnot. Anyway.
Well, I wasn't.
That was a pride fight. That was in Japan.
Yeah. I'd have to look back because I was when I was watching it, everything was. I was reminiscing on all those moments that I experienced in my life because I was either watching them live when they were happening, or training with somebody that was going to fight there, or
Because we couldn't all watch that stuff back then. It was expensive to get that stuff on TV, and
Yeah, but
you didn't
I mean,
watch all the fights like we used to.
We watched them all.
Pride and
because-
everything, too, that they
yeah,
were
we
on?
watched every single one of them because at that point we were so deep into it.
Yeah, it's your thing.
that somebody would do it and we'd all chip in to
Yeah,
let them
because
buy
you
it
knew
on their
those
pay-per-view.
guys. That's
Yes.
true. And
Yeah,
or you
yeah,
trained
we were-
with a guy who had already beat that guy. You wanted to see what was happening.
all the time.
Yeah,
all the
I
time.
didn't think about that.
And so when those scenes are happening, I'm like memory lane for me.
Yeah.
Of all the things, all the stuff I knew, everything was. Now, I didn't know I knew soon after that he was on drugs. Like when he started to fall apart, our whole community knew that he was falling apart.
And so they never. I don't know if I really got what he was using. Was he was on testosterone and
No, he was on every
steroids.
steroid to man.
He was on steroids, but then
the
he
thing
was
that
on
he was on
pain
was
med.
he was on pain meds. He was on
Injectable.
morphine. Well, he evidently, I thought he was just popping
Pills and
what are
Norcos
the
and
Vicodins?
Vicodins.
Norcos and Vicodins.
Yeah.
I thought that's
He
what he
probably
was addicted
was.
to.
Probably was
But
doing
then
both.
shooting it up, I had no clue about that shit.
If that's true, I mean, they put it on film, and he's in it. Mark's
I'm
in it in
sure.
the very end, so he's got his name on this movie.
Yes, bro.
So
and he
then
promoted
it
the whole
happened.
thing and everything else.
So it
I don't-
happened.
Yes. And I don't think he's, I mean, it's a sad tale. You know what I mean? Because
It
the
is
guy,
sad. The
dude,
whole thing is sad.
literally, he could have been undefeated for 5 years. But I have a sneaky suspicion that he was always scared. Like deep inside. And it was his fear that allowed him to smash the shit out of everybody.
Oh.
The way he did. And he had enough endurance and size that nobody could stop him.
And
in the
I mean,
beginning.
and he would incur fear on others just by being around. And then
Yes.
as he wins more, he's scarier.
Yes.
So you have
and
that.
then I think once he got I'm talking in his first few fights.
Yeah.
Once he got the taste of what he could do, and he was feeling, when you go to grapple with somebody, either the moment you tie up with them or within the first 2 minutes, you can feel their abilities.
Yeah.
And you either know at a certain point that you got the code and you can crack it, or you're going to be in for a rough night.
Yeah.
Or you got no chance. You're just being dominated in every
And
situation
he's
that
gonna
you go
feel
for.
what you're talking about, that you are lost it. And you're
Yes.
basically just balling up and defending.
Oh, yes,
And
1,000%.
And so they say that. Mark, the other one, is it Gallagher? That's the other, his friend in it?
Coleman. Mark Coleman.
Coleman actually says something similar to that you can feel, or it's an overdub or somebody that you can feel within the first 30 seconds or whatever, when you time up, that they're going to give up, that you can feel it, can
Yeah.
smell it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's I mean, you could look at it that way, but it's really a technical aspect that or a physical aspect that Now sometimes you can get fooled and you can think I got this. I've been in situations where I
Gracie.
smashed somebody for 10 minutes and on the 11th minute I got submitted.
I mean, I know very little about it, and when I watch Hedo and Gracie
Yes.
fight, it's like it looks like he's taking a nap while
Yeah.
they're doing whatever they're trying to do, and he's just waiting and waiting, and then he waits for that moment, and then boom,
Yes.
10 seconds later, you're locked
for
up
his
and it's
style,
over.
That's exactly his style.
Right. So
yeah.
that's what you're saying.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you can
yeah.
get fooled by something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And but yeah, I mean he was a beast, bro. He just stayed on top of Fabio the whole time and headbutted him and grounded and pounded. And Fabio, like, he had like facial damage, but he wasn't like beat up aside from the superficial damage. He might have got a
Right.
fracture or something, but really his tissue damage and stuff like that.
Yeah, but he wasn't beat up.
No, he didn't like take massive power shots.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And but I mean, I honestly think if for sure, if he hadn't have been on those drugs, and I don't know the relationship with his girl enough, they portrayed it to some extent in there.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there was more to that.
Oh, absolutely. If they're going to portray it that way, I'm sure it was insane at
and
times.
and you really, the better supports, like anything, the better support system you have, the better chance you have of success.
Yeah, that's true.
There's very few people. Now, the only exception to the rule is John Jones. He is such a phenomenal athlete that the guy could party till 3 o'clock in the morning, doing blow all night, get up the next day and beat the dog shit out of the very best
Damn.
the world has to offer.
I don't think I picture John Jones. There's only a handful of guys I know their faces.
John Jones is
I
like
know him.
6'3".
I know him. I just don't.
His brothers play in the NFL. They're both.
Is John Jones fighting now?
Well, he's on the edge of retirement. He's retired officially, but he wants to come back and fight in the White House when the UFC has the White House.
No
but
shit.
Dana doesn't want to let him because he's let him down too many times before on other
And lost.
promotions.
So wait, is John Jones? Who's some of the? He's heavyweight.
He's
Mid-heavyweight?
heavyweight now.
Okay.
He first came in at 185, and he ran.
Who is he beating?
through
Some names that I
everybody.
would know. Who's some names that I would know?
Okay, He's beat Lyoto Machida. He's beat Vitor Belfort.
Okay.
He's beat
It gives me a timeline.
yes.
Because
yes.
if I know those names, I know when I was watching
all
those guys.
of the whatever champions reigned for like maybe 6 years before he got there, or even 10 years. He ran through all of them
I don't know why I'm not just looking.
and beat them all. And he beat him in such a decisive manner that they couldn't even come back and get rematches with him because he
John
just demolished
Jones.
them.
Got him. I don't remember him. I was picturing a white guy, to be honest.
Oh, dude, he is an
He's like a badass. He's a better Rampage.
he's an incredible. No, he's 10 times the athlete. Don't get me wrong.
No,
Rampage is a tough motherfucker,
Yeah.
and he was an athletic motherfucker. But John Jones is 10 times the athlete than everybody else in the field. No matter what, I don't care what anybody says. They're lying to you if they say anything different. The only times that he ever got tested was when he was doing the things like I'm saying, like he was partying too much.
Pulled a Mike Tyson.
Yes, and pulling the issues, and then he got tested a couple times. But then right after that, he got serious and demolished the next people coming in
Dominated
line.
again. Well, the movie was good,
Yeah,
and it was shot weird. I did not love the way that it was shot, but I understood why it was shot that way. I'm not going to say it was anticlimactic. I wanted more from the movie.
for sure.
I wanted some more history from him. I wanted more training. It was a lot of fight to fight, and then his struggle in between. That was really all it was. There was hardly any training, hardly any other fighter interaction. But Mark Coleman, was that the Mark Coleman, or was that guy an actor?
No, that guy is he just retired within the last couple years too. He was a UFC fighter,
He looked
and then he
familiar.
went over to the PFL, which is another organization. And
That's not Pride, right?
it's not Pride. No,
Okay.
Pride is off the map. Pride. The only thing that's comparable to that now is an event called One, and it's basically out of Thailand, but he does travel all over Asia and puts on fights, and he just covers that region, pretty seriously.
Okay. Yeah, he looks semi-familiar.
Yeah,
But it was good. I enjoyed it. Yeah. Thought about you when I was watching it, because I know you said you wanted to see it in the theaters. You had asked me, let's go see it in the theaters. And
yeah,
we were all busy.
But no,
We
I'm
didn't
glad
go.
we didn't.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a theater movie necessarily.
And the reason was because he got this standing ovation, 15-minute standing ovation, and I could see from an actor's standpoint the appreciation that The Rock did in that role, because you could not tell it was The Rock.
No, he didn't look like himself. I mean, I knew it was a
He
Rock
didn't act
because
like
I know
himself.
he didn't. No, he did not. It was a very different portrayal. That's what I was saying. The Rock really gave us this really soft, humble giant.
Yes.
And I don't mean Andre the Giant. I mean this really soft guy. And and The Rock put some weight on for this movie.
Yeah,
he's a
dude.
big dude, but he put his old weight back on.
Dude.
He's ripped.
When I was watching those scenes where he's walking in and out of the events or even in the ring, I was thinking to myself, that's fucking Mark Kerr's body right there.
Yeah, Mark Kerr looked like that.
Like that, dude.
What I enjoyed is that when they were shooting the fight scenes were not amazing. I think they could have done more and better choreography.
They were
better.
But it was also because you're used to watching the UFC today.
I know.
It was uglier back then.
I know it was.
It was a lot more rudimentary.
I watched it back then.
Yeah, but you forget if you don't. You know what I mean?
But I have an appreciation for martial arts, because I remember when it came, and I studied kung fu, so I wanted to respect. I loved seeing all the arts come together,
Right.
And then it really transitioned into grappling, which transitioned into jiu-jitsu, mainly jiu-jitsu these days.
Yeah.
Brazilian jiu-jitsu,
Yeah.
BJJ. That's for you, Mike. But yeah, I just thought, even I had seen those fights, and they were anticlimactic fights a lot of times. When you had strikers fighting grapplers, it always went straight to the ground. It was boring for people trying to watch a boxing match with bare knuckles, right? That's what people wanted.
Yeah.
And it was. And I remember it being slow and boring, and there wasn't as much striking on the ground as opposed to just kind of like throwing your hands at them sometimes. It grew quickly.
Yeah.
In the very beginning, it was just like raw.
Yeah.
That's what I call it. And so the choreography in there did depict that, but it could have done a little better.
I agree.
A little bit better.
Yeah.
But the way they
the fight
filmed it,
scenes were kind of like watching a PBS special.
yeah, really shitty football film.
yeah. But The Rock's acting was what, gave the
And
movie some.
That's what the movie was about. It was about Mark, not about the fight.
Yeah,
And,
for sure.
And what he did, what they believe that he did, and to lose the fight, just kind of to let his friend go win the championship in that last fight that they show in them. Is that his last fight? That's not his last fight.
He did quit abruptly. He literally fell off the scene overnight, bro. Overnight. And then he never recovered. And matter of fact, I remember like thinking back, I remember when he fell off and then seeing him again somewhere in a photo, you were like, that is not the same human being. What the fuck happened?
He struggled with drugs his whole life, obviously. You know, I mean, it's depicted.
And then, what was the other thing about that? His fighting style. What would you ask me right before that?
I don't remember.
Oh shit! All right, no worries. But anyway, he was a tough son of a gun, and I thought he was going to be unstoppable and go on forever, but he just got caught up.
Life comes in.
Yeah,
Choices.
Choices
are made. But yeah, the fight scene, everything, the way it's filmed, the way they film the fights, and the sets, they keep it small like it was. I mean, one of them's like caught in a
that's
ballroom.
what I want to tell you. Dude, remember when he's sitting in that scene with the Japanese promoters from Pride?
Yeah.
And they're telling him, no, we don't. We don't care what he's got to go up.
You owe me $4,000 more or $3,400 before I fight, and he's all nice, like, okay, I guess I'll keep fighting,
dude. They used to be ruthless with people.
It's Japanese.
Now, the only person that they were never ruthless with was Rickson Gracie.
Huh.
They gave him everything he wanted. They paid him more than any other fighter. And he was the golden boy.
Why do you think that is?
Because he was sick. He was incredible.
We know that part, but why with just him?
I don't know. I don't know if it was... I really don't have that answer. I could speculate on a dozen different reasons why, but I really don't have that answer.
I wonder if someone that we know that we want to have on the show might have an answer for that.
I mean, the only one Rickson, if he comes back in town sometime, we could have him on. But
you know,
or ask him to come on.
Some other people we're trying to have on, maybe.
Yeah.
At some point, and they could shed some light.
I mean,
on
the only
people.
one of his close friends that I grew up in jiu-jitsu together with, he might know some of those answers. You know, he would be one, and he'd be a great guest to come on. He was a successful. We did jiu-jitsu together, and then he went on to have a successful business career, and he'd be fun to bring on.
Yeah, I'd like to have one of the family members that we were discussing before come in and even just share that history. I know it's on the wall in the studios, but at the schools. But it'd be really cool to have them come on and just talk about probably a lot of stuff that nobody knows that might be willing to share.
Yeah, there would be some and even some and there's some guys here that knew Rickson before he came to the U.S. and I'm sure have story after story of when they were young doing shit. That would be great.
Yeah, that'd be cool. There's a goal.
Yeah, I got a call maybe 6 months ago from a guy that used to train with us at Rickson's, and I guess he got the rights to do Royce's story.
Oh, right, and he hit you up.
And he hit me
talked
up
about that.
So that'll be cool if that comes out.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Yeah.
All right, well, here's to that.
Here's to that.
Future, get some guests, and
Cheers.
Let's good for today.
Yeah, appreciate you for tuning
Thanks
in
for
and
watching, listening.
and having us on while you're eating lunch.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Got us on TV. Got some good feedback today from a friend. He's caught up on episodes. He loves it. Thank you for that, Ryan.
Yes. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Dave.
Yeah. And like, subscribe, like, share, comment.
And above all,
don't be shitty.
I'ma talk shit in a world gone stupid.
A bullshit? A bullshit.